Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go through something a little bit different. So not your typical yoga flow, more a yoga inspired kind of drill set, or basically we're going to work on the glutes a little bit. So it's no secret that I like to mix up stuff, so I don't necessarily spend an hour on the mat every day doing yoga flows, working through vinyasas, working through set sequences and flows. I love to work out in the gym. I also love to do just some different things that gets my body moving, that works on different areas of my body. I like to incorporate yoga at any point that I can. So I just thought I'd show you just a little workout that you can maybe tag onto the end of your flows, or tag onto the end of your leg days in the gym, or your normal workouts, or maybe just do it on its own when you've just got like 5 minutes, 10 minutes just to move a little bit. It's going to be focusing a little bit on the glutes. I know that we all want a peachy bottom, we all want a nice lifted behind, so if you give these a go, then hopefully it will help you. So we're just going to start off down on our tennies. So just coming down, taking the hands down by the sides with the palms facing down. What we're going to do first of all is just start to fire up the glutes, so start to switch them on, get them working. So the glutes actually are made up of 3 different muscles, and it can be really hard to get your glutes firing if they don't fire naturally. So I like to do some exercises before I actually start working my glutes, just to get them warmed up, just to get them firing. So you can do some really simple work to start with. It's really great to get a resistance band and maybe do some squats, or maybe do some side walks just to get them switched on, just to get them firing. But if you don't have access to that, then this is another really good exercise just to kind of switch them on, just to get them engaged. It also works the lower back a little bit as well. So just come down onto your tummy, keep the head down. So keep the nose and the forehead touching the mat. I'm obviously not going to do it because you won't be able to hear me if I'm talking to the mat, but if it's uncomfortable, you don't have a mat, then maybe take a towel under the forehead, palms facing down, neck nice and long, and just feeling the hips connected. I'm going to start to lift the legs, so really engaging the glutes without squeezing, without tensing really hard. We just want to engage the glutes and the core and just start to lift. So lifting the quad, keeping the hip down on the mat, lifting the quad. So really engaging the glute, really squeezing the glute. And then we're going to lower. And then switching over to the left leg and lift. And lower. We're going to do 10 on each leg. So 2, 2, 3, 4. So really trying to press the hips down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keeping the toes pointed. And last one, 10. So you might feel the lower back start to engage. That's all good. And then just finally we'll take both legs up, again pressing the hips, keeping the shoulders in contact with the mat if you can. So really engaging the glutes. So they should be nice and switched on, they should be firing here. Just hold for 3, for 2, and 1, release. Press it back, just coming back into child's pose, or maybe taking down the dog just to stretch out. And just giving a little wiggle, a little move, just to stretch out in between. I generally tend to do maybe 3 rounds or 3 sets. So you can either do 3 sets there straight off, or maybe do this whole thing 3 times. It's just, as I say, a nice little workout just to tag onto the end. It does get your heart rate up slightly. It does start to fire the glutes. That's exactly what we want. So for the next exercise, just coming into our tabletop position. So maybe the way you'd normally start to warm up or the way you'd normally start to flow. Taking a nice even weight into the hands and then taking the right leg back. First of all, taking the left hand forwards. You can either do this with the toe pointed or with the toe flexed. We're just going to do some leg raises. So just some pulses with the leg. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're doing 20, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Feel the burn. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I can already start to feel that burning. Switching over to the other leg, just trying to keep the hips nice and square while you're doing this. So trying not to twist from the hips, just letting the glute do the work. So 1, 2, 3, keep the core engaged. 5, 6, 7, keep the glutes engaged as well. 9, 10, to keep squeezing. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I can really feel this. 17, 18, 2 more, 19, and 20. Now that really starts to hurt. Again, stretching it out, how it feels good. So maybe just coming back into modified child's pose, maybe coming down into your puppy pose. Again, just giving them a nice stretch. And then coming on to our third exercise. So starting from downward dog, just stepping forward with the right foot. Coming down into a low lunge, but we're going to stay on the back toes. Just keeping the left toes tucked. Stucking the right knee over. The right ankle coming up into our low lunge. We're squeezing these glutes together. You can either raise your hands up or just bring them down by the side. We're just squeezing the glutes. So while you're here, just keeping the tailbone tucked, engaging the core, squeezing the thighs in together, and really start to feel the glutes switch on, the glutes engaged, keeping the chest lifted. I'm going to stay on each side for about a minute. So then it's up to you. You can extend the hands up, really squeezing those glutes together. I can feel them start to burn. Keeping tucked, keeping lifted up through that spine. Again, imagine you squeezing those knees together. And then just start to draw the right hip back very slightly. So it's just a micro movement, you can't even see me doing it. As you start to draw that right hip back slightly, the right glute starts to drop slightly. Left hip, draw that forward very slightly. Just really switching them on, keeping that tailbone tucked. And hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Coming back, taking it through our plank pose, stepping forward onto the other side. Again, staying on the right toes, so keeping the toes tucked, just helping to engage that glute. So again, stacking the left knee on top of the left ankle. So just making all those minor alterations. As I say, you can't even see that tiny micro movement. So think about engaging the core, lifting the chest, tucking the tailbone under, really engaging, really squeezing those glutes. So the whole time we're doing this workout, it's also focused on the legs as well, so you will feel the legs working. But just keeping in your head that focus on the glutes. So keeping that mind-body connection. So obviously when we work out on the lower body, as I say, it works the legs, it works the glutes, the hips, the hamstrings. There's a real glute focus, so keeping that really strong connection between the mind and between the muscle that we're working can really help. So then, just drawing that left hip back slightly, bringing that right hip forwards, really squeezing those thighs in towards the centre line. Just holding here for 5, for 4, this is really burning. 3, for 2, and 1, releasing it. Just giving the legs a nice pedal. Oh, that feels good. Okay, moving on. You don't have to do it as quickly. You can take a rest in between each set, so maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes in between. each set I'm just really conscious that I'm getting through it for you. So now we're moving on to our high lunges. So again, stacking that knee above the ankle, staying on the toes on the left foot, keeping the hands on the hips, chest lifted, again tailbone tucked, so engaging these glutes again, keeping the core engaged at all times. We're going to take some pulses, so we're going to take the left knee down towards the mat. We're going to do 10 on each side, so starting on this side. Do 1, 2, keep squeezing those glutes, 3, 4, 5, keep the chest lifted, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, it burns really good there, 9, and 10, step forward with the left foot, give it a shake out. I don't know if it's just because I worked my legs earlier today or whether I'm just getting a really good burn. Stepping back with the right foot this time, again setting up your position, chest lifted, core engaged, tailbone tucked. 10 on the side. Now taking the right knee down this time for 1, 2, 3, keep squeezing those glutes, 4, keep those thighs squeezing towards the centre line to help you balance, 6, 7, 8, keep with it, 2 more, 9, and 10. Whew. Okay, moving swiftly on, keep shaking out, maybe pause, maybe take a little break. Coming into our warrior 2 variation. So warrior 2 are brilliant for the whole of the lower body, but they can be a really glute focused posture as well. So coming into your stance, lining up the middle of the front foot, the heel of the front foot with the middle of the back foot, opening out the hips, so tucking the tailbone. As soon as the legs come into this position, just taking the hands to the hips, immediately the glutes switch on. So keeping this back leg engaged, really pressing into the feet. So you want a nice even weight between both of the feet. Again, stacking that knee on top of the ankle, so just being careful not to overshoot or not bend enough. Tucking the tailbone, really opening out the hips. So if this is enough, then just staying here, or maybe taking the arms out as well, relaxing the shoulders. This is your traditional warrior 2, but then we can just add a little bit of a twist on this to work those glutes a tiny bit more. So I'm remembering to keep the chest lifted, keep the glutes engaged, and then we'll just put some pulses in. So we do 1, 2, 3, keep breathing, 4, 5, 6, keep those glutes engaged, 7, mind, body connection, 2 more, 9, last one, 10, sink back there. And then just twisting those feet, so twisting the left foot in or right foot out, coming into our warrior 2 on the other side now. So just setting up first of all, so opening out the hips, really lifting this back knee, engaging the leg, really pressing into this outer foot, pressing into the front foot, opening out the hips, engaging the glutes, so tucking the tailbone, really squeezing the glutes. Anytime, don't be afraid to just give them a poke just to check that they're engaged. If they're not, then squeezing them. Being careful not to clench. So we don't really want to squeeze, we don't want to tense the body up, we just want to engage. And taking the hands out to the side, holding here, and then pulsing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10 back into warrior. And relax again, shake it out. One more standing exercise. We are so nearly done. So coming into your goddess pose, just taking the toes out on an angle, opening out the knees, bringing the hands into heart center. So really tucking the tailbone, again keeping those glutes engaged, keeping the chest lifted. Just holding here at first, so feeling it all across the inner thighs, engaging the glutes. We're going to stay here for about 30 seconds. So breathing, just finding something to focus on. If you start to feel it burning like it really is now with me, then just focus, channel the breath. My legs are starting to shake now. I can really feel this burn. We're nearly there. To 10, to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, nearly there for 2, and 1. We're going to pulse for 10, squeeze 9, really squeezing 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach it up for 10, 9. Each time really squeezing the glutes, so let the glutes do the work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time. 10, 9. You can even come onto your toes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That hurts so much, right? Time to come down onto the mat. One last exercise. As I say, if you need to grab a break, have a long break, because I'm just really whizzing through here. So just coming into our half bridge pose. So just taking the feet about hip width apart. You should be able to brush the backs of your heels with your fingers, so just give them a little tickle. Keeping the head and the neck in line. Tuck the pelvis and peel the spine for on the mat. So immediately those glutes switch on, those glutes engage. Staying here, first option. But you can add some pulses, so come down and down. 3, keeping those glutes engaged, keeping the knees as still as you can. So be careful that as you're coming down not to move. So we're keeping the legs in one line. Squeeze as you come up. Squeeze, squeeze. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2 more, 19, and 20. We hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, and 1. Release, just quickly stretching it out. So bringing the left leg up, crossing the left ankle over the right knee, just bringing the knee up towards the chest, really stretching out that glute to make sure you stretch out after. It's really important. You just fired up, you've really just warmed up those glutes. Obviously, if you're going to go and do another 2 sets, then do these at the end, or if you've done all of them in one go again, then doing this stretching at the end. This feels so good, so maybe just pressing that right knee away. Really stretching them out, so it's just as important to cool them down as it is to warm them up and fire them up. And there you go, I hope you enjoy it. I am out of breath. It is a cardio workout as well as a glute workout. My glutes are burning, my legs are on fire, my heart rate is up, but it feels so good. So as I say, tag it onto the end of your workout, do it on its own, do 3 rounds, do it as a workout on its own. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know, please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Please leave me a thumbs up. And any suggestions or anything that you want to see, please let me know by leaving a comment below or connecting with me on social media. All my handles are below. I love to see and I love to hear you doing my flows, you doing my workouts, you doing my exercises. So keep coming, keep tagging me, and I'll see you soon.